Do you really want to get rid of your depression? I mean, do you really want that? I know it's a weird question because obviously who wouldn't? Millions of people are dealing with depression around the world and they would love to just find a way to get rid of it. They try several medications and go from therapy to therapy, but their depression is still not getting better. So what gives? But I think the main problem is how they look at depression. I'm going to tell you something that most psychiatrists, therapists, and psychologists won't tell you about depression. The kind of things you are not supposed to know. My name is Setwoulemski. I'm an author, artist, mental health advocate, professional interpreter, and customer service consultant. But none of that is the most interesting thing about me. For the most part of my life, I have been dealing with depression, and like everybody else, I was convinced that sooner or later, it was going to kill me. I have had suicidal thinking periods that lasted for months, and I honestly thought that there would never be a way out of it. But even at my lowest point, I would still manage to find a teeny tiny spark of hope, even if it went against my entire being. And thanks to keeping up with introspection, I set out to truly understand what my depression meant to me. You see, like everyone else, I thought it was there to kill me, because I was already dead inside. I even had a nickname for it, the silent killer. But the truth is, depression is not there to kill you, and I would go so far as to say that it's quite the opposite. The reason I had that impression was because of what it truly represented, an invitation to make a change. And change can be scary. Change is facing the unknown. And what else is scary and unknown? Death. So you can see why depression is easily and dangerously mistaken for death. And it can even lead someone to suicide, because if you want to kill me slowly, I might as well just do it myself and get it over with. Depression is actually inviting you to change. It is holding open the door of the unknown for you. And what's behind that door on the other side can't be known unless you really embrace that change. That change is obligatory. It is inevitable, because whatever you had on your current side of the door, it's gone, and you can't get it back anymore. Your world as you know it is literally crumbling, and the only way to save yourself is through that door. And the closer you get to the door, the scarier the unknown will feel, and the heavier the suicide thoughts will weigh on your mind. Sadly, some people can't take that pressure and eventually end up killing themselves. But most people would rather stay in the crumbling world because that's all they know, while change, on the other hand, is the unknown. So they sit by the door, unable to move forward or backward. They stay depressed for days, months, sometimes even years. That's why I asked at the beginning, do you really want to get rid of depression? Because you may think that you do, but are you willing to go into the unknown? I know it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. In fact, it might be the hardest thing you have to do. It's so not easy that we count over 700,000 suicides a year due to depression. And those are the people who got to the door and just couldn't go through. But I promise you that once you go through that door, it will be the most amazing thing you could do for yourself. It would literally be like having a whole new life, because I know you are dead inside already. I know this because I have died too, way more times than I care to admit. And a couple of years ago, if you were to tell me that I'd be making a video about surviving depression, I would have asked if it would be from my grave. But I don't regret I decided to walk through that door. And the things I have discovered there go far beyond anything I could have imagined. The kind of things one might say I was not supposed to know. If you're watching this and you're dealing with depression, I truly believe you have what it takes to walk through that door. And I have detailed exactly how I did it. Every step I took that led me to the door, and every treasure I found once I walked in, I have compiled it all together just so you could have it too. In my book, Things You Are Not Supposed to Know. This is a journey into life after death and countless other treasures that will blow your mind. It is also, if I dare to say it, my unorthodox, unexpected, but quite miraculous cure for depression. My name is Setwoulemski. I am a survivor, and that is the most interesting thing about me. I hope this video has given you some hope. Get a copy of my book today and let me take you on a journey, because your new life is waiting right behind that door.